Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. Y'all know who I am. I am your favorite unk, Shannon Sharpe, my partner and co-host, the Liberty City legend, the Bingo Ring of Fame honoree, the Pro Bowler, the All-Pro. That's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. And joining us tonight, we have a very special guest to talk all things basketball, all things NBA playoffs. Y'all know him. He's known as the Glove, Oregon State alum. He won an Olympic gold medal. He's a Defensive Player of the Year in the NBA, and he's one of the 75 greatest players in NBA history. Let's put some hands together for Mr. Gary Payton. GP, thanks for joining us. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit the like button and go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for supporting us. The draft show, all the draft things, and now we're back to the NBA playoffs. Thank you, guys, for your continued support. Please make sure you check out Shea by Laportier. We do have it in stock. Now, if you cannot find Shea by Laportier in a city or a state near you, order it. We will ship it directly to your door. Please drink responsibly and stay safe. Go follow my media company page on all of its platforms, Shea Media, and my clothing company, 84, with 84 being spelled out. The link is pinned in the chat. Supplies are limited. And once they're gone, they're gone. So please grab yours while supplies last. Tickets for our Not Safe for Work tour are on sale. 8 stop goes as follows: Baltimore, Philly, Charlotte, LA, Miami, NYC, Chicago, and Detroit. Tickets can be found at shayshaymedia.com/tour. That's shayshaymedia.com/tour. That link is also pinned in the chat. Our guest lineup is looking really good. You guys don't want to miss it. Guys, go get your ticket. Support Nightcap and your favorite Unc and nephew, Unc and Ocho. We had a very eventful day. A couple of the games were really close, interesting. The others, First, let's start with the beatdown that we just witnessed. The Pacers blew out the Bucks 129-103. Dame has a potential Achilles tear. I don't want to it didn't look good because when he went down GP, he grabbed the back of that ankle, and we know what that seems to indicate. Hopefully it's not that. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Let's pray for that. But they blow him out 129-103. The Pacers, 8 guys in double figures. Siakam, 12 points. Nesmith, 14. Turner, 23. Nembhard, 20. Haliburton, 17 with 15 assists. Obi Toppin had 13, Walker 12, and TJ McConnell had 15, and the Bucks only had 3 guys in double figures, but it wasn't nearly enough. You could see a lot of the momentum leave the building once Dame Dollar went down with that Achilles injury. GP, let me ask you this. You played, I don't know if you had any severe injuries that was career-threatening. What does this mean for Dame, if this is what a lot of people are surmising or suspecting that it might be?
Well, you know what, Shannon, it's like this. Dame is here from Oakland, California, where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? And I grew up with his pops. We got the same agent. You know what I'm saying? And I got the message for him there. It doesn't look really, really good. You know what I'm saying? Dame just getting back from his injury that he was from. He only had 1 game back. It doesn't look really, really good. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. That's like a little nephew to me. I don't like it. I just don't like the injury. I think this is not going to be good for Milwaukee. Milwaukee is not that basketball team that everybody needs to see. They can't compete with this young team in Indiana. It's not looking good. And I don't think it's going to be looking good. I think this is going to be a terrible, terrible news for the Milwaukee Bucks.
I'm gonna let you go in just a second, Ocho. Was this Giannis? Yeah. If they get swept in the first round again, is this Giannis' last game in Milwaukee?
Well, they're not gonna get swept. You know, with Shannon, if
they get put out of the playoffs and get 4-1, gentlemen's sweep.
What I'm going to think is what's going to happen, Shannon, is they're going to make a retool of everything. You know what I'm saying? They got to think about everything. They got to think about how they're going to get better, what's going to happen. This team is not the same team. They try to make trades with Middleton and all that. It didn't work. I think they're going to retool this whole team. I don't even think Dame's going to be there next year. I'm going to be honest with you. You know, it's something that they got to retool about. This team is not the same. if they get before one this in this series, I think they're gonna retool everything, Shannon.
Ocho, go ahead.
Hey, listen, we talk about retooling GP. This is what's gonna happen. Listen, my ears and eyes aren't as closest to the basketball world as UGP, but I can tell you this: Giannis was already frustrated. Giannis was already frustrated being in Milwaukee and not winning. Obviously, he's won a chip already, but the addition of Dame Dollar was supposed to be that of one that got them over the hump. Now, if they get swept, or gentleman sweep as we so call it, I think he's going to be frustrated and probably asked to be out. With Dame obviously being hurt, I'm hoping for the best for him. That it's not as bad as what it looked like. I don't think Dame will be there as well. But knowing Giannis, especially with Dame coming off an Achilles injury, if that's what it is, I think he's gonna ask out. And I'm gonna just throw this out in the pot. The best place for Giannis to go is to go from the Bucks and come on down here to Miami because we need a superstar. I just had to throw that out there just so the basketball gods can hear that and I can manifest that for us down here at the crib.
Let me tell you about that. I get it, but these are gonna be big trades. You know what I'm saying? To get Giannis, you got to give a lot of people away.
Yeah.
The only person that they're gonna be asking for a lot from Miami.
Probably 4 draft picks and 2 players.
Yeah, and them players are going to be their top like Hero and Bam. So what you're trying to say right now, Chad, is I get it. That's what you want to say, but they're going to have to put one of them dudes in, and then when you get rid of a lot of them players, you're going to come with a lot of other players that you got to bring along. You know what I'm saying? So who you going to keep? They're gonna try to get rid of Bam if that's the case. Yeah. And Hero's gonna be there, and then it's just only gonna be Hero and Giannis. So we gotta understand that, but it's gonna be a lot because they're gonna have to give a lot away to get that kid.
Go ahead.
See, I understand exactly what you're talking about too. Give me a minute, y'all. Chat, y'all stay with me real quick now. Now, I sat down yesterday. With Pat Riley and Mickey Arison, and we came down with a game plan based on what we want to do, and trying to facilitate a way to get the Heat back to what we used to be at one time when we had our big three, when we had Bosh, we had D Wade, and we had
LeBron. You off right there. First of all, you got to learn what 206. I got y'all championship, baby. It was us who started that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
We won that first ship.
Yeah, you're right. One thing about it, I'm not gonna forget history. I remember history. I remember history. So what I'm thinking about, I was talking with Pat yesterday. We sat down, we have a cup of tea, with a pinky finger out. And I asked him, I said, listen, we need to do what we need to do. The Grizzlies, they got swept. I think we need to make a move for Ja. We need to make a move for Ja.
You still got to give up pieces, Ocho. You think people just gonna take Ja?
Listen, before you start a Payton, you got a canvas, right? So the conversation Pat Riley had, it was the canvas. Now allow us to work, not allow us to paint. We didn't even get to the painting part yet. We're gonna figure out a way to get it done. Now not only we're gonna get Giannis, we're gonna find a way to get Ja Morant down here as well.
But see,
and I think when we get the addition of them two, then we build around Ja and Giannis down here in Miami.
But Chad, how you gonna get both of them without giving up everything you got?
Listen, we don't have a problem giving up everything we have because we can build with those two as
no, you
future.
Can't. Because here's the thing. See, you thinking everybody's going to make the same mistake that Nico Harrison made, giving up Luka basically for an even swap with Anthony Davis. And
well,
a whole
Shannon,
lot of
I'm off right there, Shannon. Now, y'all got to understand, Nico, my guy, he's a president. He doesn't own that team. For you to give away Luka, where you give up Luka, you got to have permission to give up Luka. I don't care what y'all saying. Don't put that on Nico. Everybody trying to put that on Nico. Don't do that. He got to have permission to get rid of that guy. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that owner, she had to say, yeah, let's do it. Don't give it on him. Don't put it on him. He had to get permission to get rid of him. And it had to be a lot of more reasons to give away Luka. It wasn't just because we trying to make a deal. It's because something else in that situation had to say, I'm ready to get rid of this guy. I don't want to give this guy $350 million because he's not being that guy in Dallas who he was. And that's what you guys got to understand. He was doing a lot more things in Dallas for them to get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? And that's
for sure. It's kind of like Adam Silver is the commissioner. Roger Goodell is the commissioner. And people get mad at them, but they work at the behest of the owners.
Right.
The owners run the league. Adam Silver is just the mouthpiece. Yep. Roger Goodell is the mouthpiece. So you have to take all the booing. Ocho, remember Thursday night? He's like, man, they booing the commission again. Yep. They can't boo the owners because the owners don't get introduced. So they boo the commissioner. You're absolutely right. But in a situation like that, think about what Minnesota gave up to get Rudy Gobert. Think about what Phoenix gave up to get Kevin Durant. There are not a whole lot of teams other than the only team that I can think of off the top of my head that have the kind of draft capital and some of the players that a team might be interested in is OKC.
Right.
They got 13 first-round pick and pick swaps. And Jalen Williams, I don't think they want to part with Jalen Williams. I really don't. They're not getting rid of Shea. So don't even call. They're going to hang up on you. And then everything that you say after that is going to be moot. So it's just hard when you trading superstars. If you're going to talk about Ja and Giannis, you're going to have to get like 5 or 6 teams involved, GP.
You got to. Well, Shannon, you're going to have to get 4 teams at least to get array 2 of their stars or some of their stars and a lot of draft picks. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about OKC. They're not giving away nobody. They just swept. They just swept a team. So I ain't even tripping off that. They young and they gonna be cool. And they little young point guard about to get the MVP of the league. I don't know. It's gonna be hard with Joker, but I think he gonna win the MVP.
I do too. I agree.
So it's like this. They're not gonna do anything. For these teams to be where they want to be, they're gonna have to give up something. And they're gonna get a lot. It's going to be a lot to give up. And we're not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. It's not going to happen. They're going to have to give up a lot of their players, and they're going to have to restart. Chad, if Miami give up anybody, they're going to give away their whole team. And I know Pat Riley, too. You know, I play for him.
Yeah.
He'll fool around and do that, but he's not going to give away Hero right now and all them dudes because I just can't see it. You can't give away them dudes for a young piece and just say, you got to give me away these guys and say, I'm going to rebuild with them. And they old. Right. They can't do that.
You see, this is the thing. This is the thing, GP. Like, I understand you played for Pat. You have a great relationship with Pat, right? And with great understanding. This is some of the things that are out of character for him to do. But right now, Pat and Mickey, they're in a different situation. We want to get back to our winning ways. Can we get back to our winning ways with the squad that we collectively have right now? Now we got some players. We got a good squad. You know, they put on their hard hats. They make it. You know, they play just well enough to make it to the playoffs. But we don't want to do just well enough. Like, we want to get back to the upper echelon of coming out of the East and actually challenging, contending for NBA championship. And how do we do that? We have to do something that's out of character.
Well, tell
Pat
what
Dallas did. That's out of character.
Tell Pat to sit back because here it is, GP. You know this. Your son is currently in the league. Yeah. It's a different league now. That iron fist and that ruling, like I'm dictator, that ain't flying with these young cats no more. All that Pat Riley, you taking cookies and it's going to be my way or the highway. Guy says, okay, I take the highway. You see LeBron James left because he took cookies. He had a problem with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler left. So what do you think Giannis is? Giannis is an apex predator. You think you're going to be able to talk to Giannis like you do Tyler Hero or Bam? Hell no.
Listen, you heard what you just said, huh? You heard what you just said? Listen, people like that have ability to change and understand.
He hasn't. No, he's not. GP, talk to him.
Yeah, Chad, listen. You listen. Me and Shannon is almost in the same era. Chad came after me. You know you're a beefer. Like me, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You mean you Oregon State for sure. You know what I'm saying? But right now, this era is a lot different, man. They controlling things in this little era, man. And we gotta accept it. They're controlling things. So what's gonna happen is that Pat gonna try to get right, but he got to get that player that's gonna be willing to do whatever. And to get Giannis and to get Morant, you gonna have to pay a lot. Yeah. So think about what happened. Memphis fired their coach in the middle of the season.
Right before the playoffs.
When they was like 4-5 in a seed. And because of whatever happened, whoever did it, whatever happened. And it didn't work. It didn't work. So now we talking about the same thing. Giannis can go and cry or all he want to do, but we ain't got a lot of players out there that's going to get out like that now. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these dudes want to play with each other. So who want to play with Giannis? Who want to do that? Who want to take a 2-year, 3-year deal and say, I'm going to Milwaukee? Ain't too many people coming to Milwaukee.
No, they ain't going to Milwaukee.
They ain't going to
Milwaukee. You have to trade for somebody. Ain't nobody signing.
They ain't going to Milwaukee.
Hey,
so now what
you know where they want to come?
Is now, where can I go?
Miami.
Okay, you can come to Miami, but how you going to give up? You're going to give up all your team, and then you're going to have 2 players, and then you got to fill up 13 more positions.
I give you a prime example, Ocho. GP, you could attest to this. It's the same thing that happened when Carmelo Anthony left Denver and went to New York. They had a nice team if they could have kept that team and got Carmelo. But when they got Carmelo, the Nuggets gutted them.
Yeah.
And now look what you got. You got a superstar in New York, and Carmelo was a superstar, but he had nothing. And so now.
And then you went and got my boy AI. He was agent. You know what I'm saying? So what you got to do is, what is you going to put with these dudes, man, nowadays in this era? You don't want to gut your whole team. You know what I'm saying? We can take Oklahoma City, for example. They didn't gut their team. They started drafting, and now look at them. Look at them how they are now.
Traded.
You're not gonna gut everybody to do that, and I don't think that's going to happen. Because this team, Milwaukee, if they lose, I don't know what they gonna do, but they not gonna be sit around here and say we gonna give 6-7 players and 4-5 draft picks for Giannis. It ain't gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen.
He's not that type of basketball player for y'all to get rid of y'all team and say, okay, we're gonna build around him and do this, that, and that, but we ain't got nothing around him. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work like that.
No. When you look at this game, and when you look at the Bucks, outside of Giannis and Dame, they really not that good. Brook Lopez played 15 minutes tonight. He had 6 points. He had 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block, 4 personal fouls. Here's a guy that's 7 foot tall, and I don't think he's ever averaged more than 8 rebounds in a season. Let that sink in. He's 7 foot tall. He doesn't want to play with his back. At once upon a time, GP, he played with his back to the basket. Now he's a 7 foot perimeter player. That's no good. Because Giannis needs space. So he has to space. He has to stand out there. Serves you no purpose. Dame goes down. Now you look at this lineup. Kyle Kuzma. Now everybody complain, well, Kyle Kuzma didn't have to get He played 16 minutes tonight. He was 1 for 6. 0 for 1 from the 3. 1 for 2 from the free throw line. He had 0 rebounds again. 1 assist. No steals. No blocks. 0 turnovers. 3 fouls. Hey, Doc, that's on you because you say, how can you get in the rhythm if you don't shoot the ball?
Yeah.
You're the head coach. It's your job to diagram plays to put him in position. That's again. Now, remember the Ocho, the other stat line the other night, it was zeros across the board. Now, at least he made 1 shot. At least he made 1 free throw. And then he had 1 he had no rebounds, 1 assist, no steals, no blocks.
But Shannon, these are basketball players you talking about. You trying to put something on them, man. Listen here, man. In all my age, in my era, man, these dudes got to get out, man. These ain't players like that, man. We only talk about athletes. We talk about players. Right. In my era, man, in the 90s, man, we had players, man, that's going to go get it every night. Right. So think about that, man. You trying to put something into some players that really ain't in that situation to have that type of role. You feel what I'm saying? That is the type of role they in, man. They ain't in that type of role, man.
You ask him to be something that he's not.
In that way. When have you ever seen these players that you just named be a primary or a player that you need to put in that role. You ain't never.
That's why the Lakers were so willing to get rid of him. That's why the Wizards were so willing to get rid of him, because that's not what he is. Yeah, he can get hot and give you 25, give you 30, but routinely, if you go back and study Kyle Kuzma, this is what he is. He's wildly inconsistent, and it's hard to be a championship team unless you got. When they won in the bubble, they had AD playing at best AD. You had LeBron at LeBron level.
He was at the 4, and then he had
JaVale McGee,
he had Howard and
Dwight
McGee
Howard
playing the center, and he told y'all that when he was thing. He said, "Man, my best position at the 4 when I can get out." You know what I'm saying? And that's how that game goes. It's just like with the Lakers right now. They do not have a chemistry, man, with that team. You watch one person on one side go one-on-one. You watch the other player go one-on-one. You can't win at that type of basketball right now in the NBA. You can't watch that. Right. That's why they're not winning. That's why that team in Minnesota who got that little dog down there in Edwards, they know who the dog. He the Batman. You know what I'm saying? Or the Superman. And them other dudes coming with him. You feel what I'm saying? And he's knocking down shots, but that's what they do, man. They young and they getting at it. That's why they up 3-1 right now, and we got to understand that. Basketball right now, Chad, you know it. It ain't like in our day, man, when we had 4-5 people on our squad that can get out. We had a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. Nowadays, you got 1 or 2 guys on the team that's getting down. Right. That's it. Ain't nobody else gonna get down with y'all. And if you ain't got the right chemistry, you're not gonna win basketball games.
Right. Looking at this game, I mean, I watched this game from start to finish. I never felt the Bucks was gonna win this game, because the other night when Milwaukee won, you got 37-point career high from Greg Trent Jr. What was the likelihood he was gonna be able to replicate that? Because at this juncture, he's a streaky shooter, but what was the likelihood of lightning striking twice? I didn't think it was going to happen. Now, did I think Giannis could go get 37 again? Sure, absolutely. But, and I said this, Ocho, you and I was talking about it. I say I'm looking at the Pacers. They only got 3 guys in double figures. That's not how they win games. They're a committee, and they might not have anybody with 30, but they're gonna have a bunch of teens and 20s. And you look at it, they had a 14, a 17, a 13, a 12, a 15, a 23, and a 20. They had 8 guys of the guys that they had played. They got a couple of guys to get in there mop-up duty, but most of the guys that played got double figures. And it's hard to beat a team when you get 8 of your 10 main guys playing and they in double figures. Who do we check? We can't check everybody. And that's why they blew them out. That's why they ran them off the court.
And Chad, let me ask you this. Yeah. What teams are being successful now with what Shannon is saying? I'm gonna give you them teams. Cleveland, Boston, Oklahoma City, Golden State Warriors right now, who are playing very well when they playing that way, and that's how they play. What Shannon is saying is they gotta know who is Batman and Robin. You got to be a role player. You know what I'm saying? And when them teams don't go like that, they're not going to win basketball games.
Sometimes you got to have a Commissioner Gordon.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? You
go.
Everybody, you got to have an Alfred the Butler.
There
you know
what
I'm saying? Okay, you got Batman, you got Robin. Okay, who Alfred? Okay, who Commissioner Gordon?
You got to have them. You got to have 4 to 5 people who are on the same page level. Oklahoma City is great like that. Cleveland is great like that. Boston is playing like that. And then you got, a lot of these teams are playing like that. I think Denver and the Clippers are playing like that. And that's why that series is a very equal series, and they're 2-2 right now. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's got to work that way. And once you put that together, then I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? But you can't have 1 and 2 dudes because you can't win with 1 and 2 guys. You can't do it. Not in this league right now. How they're so athletic and how they just play off their talent and they shoot threes. It's not going to happen. You're not going to win that way. It's not going to happen this league.
Dang.
One of the two most interesting games today, and this is the game the chat's been begging us to talk about. The Lakers lose a close one at Minnesota.
Damn.
They have a 10-point lead going into the fourth quarter, but Ant-Man went berserk. He scored 16 of his game high 43 points as they outscored the Lakers 32-13. 32-19, excuse me. The Lakers shot just 5 of 18 in the fourth, including 3 of 9 in the last 5 minutes. LeBron legs. I text Ash this, and I text this early. I said, it looks like JJ is going to roll with these guys the entire second half. I said, you talk about 46 minutes for LeBron on 40-year-old legs. You're talking about Luka, 45 and a half minutes. You're talking about Rui and Doe and AR. I said, that's a lot of wear and tear. I said, it's going to be very, very interesting. If this game comes down to the last 3, 4, 5 minutes, it's going to be very interesting if the Lakers can hold up. And you see LeBron took 2 shots in the fourth quarter. He had 0 points in the fourth quarter. He's exhausted. I think it's the first time in 20 years that nobody subbed for the Lakers in the second half of a ball game. Everybody that started the game played 24 minutes of a possible 24 minutes. And now I'm concerned because I don't know how the Lakers play better. You got 23 points on 9 of 16 shooting from Rui, 5 of 10, 23 points. You got LeBron, 27 points, 15 of 18 from the free throw line. He had 27, 12, 8, 3 steals, 3 blocks. Okay, you got Luka, gave you 38, 7 of 7 from the free throw line. He only had 1 rebound, 2 assists. They turned him into a scorer. You can live with that. I just don't want him to get 38 and 12 and assist total. You got AR. He only scored 17, but he got all of those in the second half. The bench gave us 6 points. And I think that was the difference in the ball game because their bench gave you 20 points. Nas Reed gave you 12 points. DiVincenzo gave you 8 points. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker gave you 5 points. But it was Ant-Man and Drew Randall that really was. And McDaniel's been playing unbelievable. I don't know where this guy came from, but he's been sensational in the postseason. Well, Ant-Man did what a superstar is supposed to do, GP, and take the game.
Shannon Daniels is a defensive stopper. He plays like that, but he gives you more. I'm gonna compare Daniels to my son. They give you everything they have to do to win basketball games, not just defense. When they start scoring and they do special stuff, their team is going to win. We're going to go back to that, Chad. Listen to what I'm saying. We're going to go back to what Shannon just said. Why do you think Minnesota won? First of all, the Lakers can't play defense. They don't have no defense at all. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's just a bad thing.
And they need a big to protect the rim once they get beaten. They don't have that.
Absolutely. So now what happened is that Ant-Man got busy. So let me tell you about this. What should you do about a guy who gets hot? Double it. Get the ball out of his hand and make somebody else be special. But what they did? Minnesota got other people to come off the bench and be special and make shots. See, that's a difference. I was at my son's game last night, and they were beating up Curry for a long time. I kept saying, get him off the ball. Stop having him be on the ball so they can double him every time. And then they finally listened and started getting him at the bottom, and he started coming off picks. But when they started doubling him, and all of a sudden, who started getting busy? My son and other people. And they beat him. You know what I'm saying? You have to have a cast to support you. That's what the game is about. It ain't about superstars. Now, when this playoffs come, it ain't about superstars. It's about who gonna support my superstar to get me to win basketball games. And the teams who are winning now are a cast that
supporting cast
their superstars. So when they superstars get to start going, reason why Edwards got busy today, because he was one-on-one with everybody. And ain't nobody gonna stop him one-on-one. If you start doubling on him and doubling him and everybody else and not making shots, you're not gonna win games. It's not gonna happen. So when you start doing that, what's it gonna do? If my superstar passing the ball and my other supporters start making buckets, then what the coach is gonna start saying? Man, don't leave him. Don't leave him. We can't do it. But when your superstar go one-on-one, it's hard to guard a superstar. One-on-one. Ain't nobody gonna guard nobody and stop nobody one-on-one. Is it like with you, Chad, and with you, Shannon? If they got single coverage on y'all,
I mean,
y'all getting y'all that is like fish grease. Y'all, going out there and picking something. Boy, I'm gonna kill y'all every time I see y'all. One-on-one, I'm gonna get everything on y'all. So then y'all got to get double. Then who we gonna go to next? We're gonna go to the other man and we're gonna start killing them. That's how the game goes. And if you don't have that supporting cast, it's not going to work. It's not going to work in this league right now because these dudes are too athletic and they can get it. So that's who are winning games now because they're athletic. And they making shots, and our superstars don't have to work as hard as they do. Period.
Yeah. Hey, in GP, when I looked at the next game, obviously watching the Lakers play with Luka having a good game and doing what he did, LeBron doing what he did earlier in the game, and they had contributions from everybody else. Obviously, the bench didn't score and support their big three, as you so want to call it in a sense. But the Wolves having 20 off the bench and then having goddamn Ant-Man go crazy tonight with 43, 9 and 6. That's what he's supposed to do. And you can't say or have a reason. We know LeBron is 40. We understand that. He's still playing the game, especially in a time like this. It ain't no time to come out. It ain't no you can't come out. You got to play the whole game, but you have to contribute more in that time, in crunch time, in order for your team to win. You got to. Legs tired, legs feeling good, it don't matter. That's just what it is. So
Chad, they don't do nothing anyway. They don't practice. They don't do nothing. They ain't tired. You know what I'm saying? And what I tell y'all is Shannon, he might be 40, but he's still doing what he do in this league. When you do what you do in this league and don't get no support and everybody keep focusing on you and beating you down, you're going to get tired.
Yes.
If you ain't got no support from nobody who making shots that free me up, then that's going to happen. Both of them can have 38, 27, or whatever they want to. But at the end, if ain't nobody doing nothing but us two, all we got to do is focus on you two. And then what's going to happen? You two my other people ain't doing no cash. You see Minnesota came off the bench and had support. So when it got time for the crucial time, you can't go and double Edwards because I'm worried about these dudes off the bench.
Worried about Julius Randle, worried about Nas Reed. I'm worried about McDaniels. I'm worried about DiVincenzo.
And Reed made a big three at the end, 3 minutes, 2 of them, you right, and busted them. So now, am I worried about him? Yes, I'm worried about him. So I can't go and say, no, I ain't going to try to guard him because he's going to make shots. So that's freed up everybody. And with LeBron and Luka, you can't say that. It ain't going to work like that. We got to just go and double them and hope that when they go to this other player, he going to miss shots. And what did the Lakers do? They
missed shots.
LeBron had 0 points in the fourth quarter. Luka had 1 rebound, 2 assists. It's his fewest rebounds and assists ever in a playoff game. The bench, Nas Reed had 12. DiVincenzo had 6. DiVincenzo had 8, and the Lakers had 6. And so it seems to me that they were like, you know what? We're content. We'll let you score. But what we're not going to do is let you get 38 and 8 assists, 38 and 10 assists, because now the others are involved. And so, and that played right into their hands. You see, if you look at Ant-Man, what did Ant-Man have today? Ant-Man had 43 and 6 assists. You see, he got others involved.
Right.
If you see people are like, well, why he didn't have no assists? Well, I would have had a double digits in assists if guy could have made shots. Luka smoked 2 layups. LeBron smoked the layup. Austin Reeves smoked the layup. When you playing a team like this, you have to cash in on every opportunity. Every opportunity.
And then Chad and Shannon, let's make another case for this. Look at the Denver game yesterday against the Clippers. You see the Joker. He was killing, right? They all try to go at him on the last second, 99, he go and take a fadeaway three. They worried about him. Everybody worried about him, and then the air ball, and who make the final dunk to win the game?
Aaron Gordon.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. We gotta understand that other role players gotta be that type of guy, man. With this Denver stuff, that's what it is. And he wind up with what 30-something, 20-something rebounds, 8 or 9 assists, man. 2.
Yeah, he had like 36, 21, and 8.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. Your role players have to be with you in this day of era, in this basketball game, to win basketball games.
Check this stat out. Check this stat out. Naz Reid in the fourth quarter in this series has 26 points. He's 9 of 10 from the field goal. He's 6 of 6 from 3 in clutch. The last 5 minutes of the ball game, Ocho, the game is within 5 points. That's what they consider clutch time. He's 6 of 6 from the 3 in clutch situation. He's 9 of 10 for the floor with 26 points. I mean, you talk about Jordan, you talk about Kobe, whomever. They've never been like this. You talk about a guy that's missed one shot. He's perfect from the 3.
And that's what we're talking about, Ocho, here, man. These type of dudes you have to have on your team. You remember the Lakers had Robert Horry, who did the same thing in their day. You know what I'm saying? When you have
big shot after big shot, Bob.
Big shot after big shot after big shot. You want a guy, and I tell people as I coach now in junior college, I said, you want to be on the floor with 6 minutes. You the closer. You the closer. I want you to make big shots. For with him and Reed, what was he last year? 6th man of the year.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying? He coming in and making these big time shots. And that's what you want from these dudes. And that's the way you're going to win championships. That's the only way you're going to win championships in this NBA.
Okay, well, listen, now that we got all that good stuff out the way, let's talk about the meat and potatoes of this series and what's going on. Right now, the Lakers are down 3-1. And GP, you could probably attest to this and have a better answer, but I'm sure, Unc, you probably know as well, being that your knowledge and acumen of the game of basketball is good. Do you see any scenario at all, any type of magical situation?
They go in 7, Ocho.
Come back?
GP, I see GP shaking his head. They go in 7.
Oh, wait. So you still feel there's a possibility that the Lakers can come back down?
Shannon, stop it. Me and you can bet a dinner on this.
Bet it, run it.
I run it. Any way you want to go, man. I'm with it. I'm with that. There's no way the Lakers going to beat them 3 in a row. Ain't no way.
It's going 7 games.
No, they're not. They're
going
not
7. Because guess what? We got to see the problem that JJ ran into is that LeBron had just played 38, 40 minutes a night ago. And then you follow that up. Now, the best thing about this, they don't play again until Wednesday. So LeBron get an extra day. Luka get an extra day. We got this. We're going to go back to Minnesota. We're going to get that one. And then we come back to LA.
So are we saying the fact that they're losing is because their legs are
tired?
I'm saying, no.
That's a good team. But I'm saying, Ocho, when you play, just imagine how your legs feel. Just imagine if you had to play a football game on Monday and then you had to play another one on Wednesday. Not Thursday, Monday, Wednesday.
Yeah, I'd be good. I'm talking about
you would.
I don't know
would
about
you be good at 40 playing wide receiver?
Yeah, I think you would.
You wouldn't.
Yeah, I'd be good. But hold on, we talking about at 40
is different though. You know what I'm saying? You got to. Our mentality is different than that though. You can't compare them kids to us. You know what I'm saying? Our mentality
but GP, you can have a mentality all you want to. That body, no. The mind willing, but the body just ain't able to get up and down.
Well, Shannon, I'm gonna go and get a jacuzzi. I'm gonna kick it. I'm gonna get my legs right. I ain't going to practice. I ain't doing none of that. I'm gonna come back and give you 50. I'm telling you right now. And first of all, these dudes got a lot, but you got to understand, they lost in LA. Minnesota came in and defended home. It's going to be hard for you to beat them. They're going to go to L.A., Minnesota, L.A. Minnesota ain't going to lose at home. I'm guaranteeing that.
We supposed to have took 2 of them. We supposed to have took both of them get home. We got this, GP. We got that dinner bet.
Okay, I got you.
Hold on. Well, wait. Hold on. When y'all have a bet, right? when y'all have a bet and you talk about the dinner bet, is there a certain amount? Is there a certain restaurants you
I
can and
don't
can't
care,
go
man.
to?
Go
How does that
wherever
work?
you want to go, man.
Yeah, we got
Do
this.
you? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm confident on 3-1. They ain't coming back like that. They whole mentality messed up.
Hey, you know if anybody know how to come back from a 3-1 deficit, GP.
Yeah.
Are you with me?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, look here. Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? But look at what I'm telling you. I get it. But that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. Look it. Shannon, this ain't no mentality of us. I'm gonna tell you on time, man. These dudes ain't cut like that, man. I don't care what you're saying.
Matter of fact,
they ain't cut like us, man. They ain't cut like, man, I'm gonna go, man. We gonna bust him for 3 games. Dude, these dudes want to go on vacation, man. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't going.
I'm trying to holler at you, man. Look here. They ain't going.
Hey, man, I want to make a sad. I want to make a
No,
sad bet.
you can't make no bet.
Oh, Ocho. What
side
bet you on?
Oh, I'm saying, I'm with
you. Because Shannon say you can't make a bet because you already owe something. What you already owe?
Listen. I'm doing right by him. I owe him 5,200.
No,
right?
you owe me 5,200 plus 15%.
Ooh.
Okay. Ooh. Wait, you not the bank? You can't add.
Yes, you can.
Add that much interest.
Now,
let me ask you a question. Have you ever gone to the bank and borrowed money without paying interest on the money?
Yeah. Shannon.
I ain't never borrowed no money from the bank.
We ghetto, man. You can't do it like, man, we in the mafia.
Yeah.
Do all that, man. Yeah. Let that go, man. Let that go, man. Let that get that 5,200 and just ride with it, man.
Hey, GP, I got to put a little juice on it.
Yeah, I know. Long. Hey, man, tell him to get you a bottle of something. You know what I'm saying? Get you a bottle of something, man, and let that go.
I mean, listen, hey, GP, I'm just trying to give him. I'm trying to give him a chance to double his money. So if
I just want that what I got.
Let's double it.
I just pay what you owe me.
Double or nothing.
Chad, I gotta go with Shannon, man. Just give me my 52, man. And then
all that doubling.
I can't double it up, man. I done built up the 50.
Okay. How you gonna double? He want to double up my money.
Yeah.
Hey, bank. I know I owe you a couple of 100,000, but let me another. Hey, double or nothing. Loan me another couple of 100,000.
I'm just saying. Listen, I'm giving opportunity. I'm giving you opportunity to double your money. So when I do pay you, you have more than what you was gonna get in the first place.
That I hadn't got what I was supposed to be getting at the end of the season. The likelihood of me getting that double ain't happening either.
No, I told you when I see you, I'm gonna pay you. That's all.
$59.80. You owe me $59.80 plus that 15%.
Ooh. 59. It went from 52 to 59.
Yep.
I don't in this economy.
Thank you. I need my money in this economy. LeBron said tired legs was not the cause of the misses. JJ Redick became the first coach to play 5 players for an entire half in the playoffs. JJ said on his starters playing the entire second half, it wasn't planned, but we just made the decision at halftime. Magic Johnson questioned the strategy. I'm just sick to my stomach that the Lakers lost this game after being in control most of the second half. I don't know if it's smart to play LeBron and Luka the entire second half after only having 1 day rest between game 3 and 4. We needed LeBron to take over in the fourth quarter, and he couldn't. He scored 0 points in the fourth. I agree. The refs missed a trip. Luka got tripped. I mean, that was a blatant trip. He doesn't fall on his own. We watched it. He gets tripped, so we should have been at the free throw line. Yes, Luka smoked the layup that would have put him up 7. They come down here to 3. So now all of a sudden being up 7, you're only up 2. You see how momentum swing? LeBron missed the layup, they come out of timeout, had a great curl set, smokes that layup. AR smoked the layup. It's just, look, I think it was. LeBron is saying like he don't want to make excuses. But GP, when you ask that man to do, the man had the most rebounds of anybody that touched the court today. He had the most assists of anybody that touched the court today. He had the most blocked shots. He had the most steals. Well, DiVincenzo had the most steals. But you talk about a 40-year-old that led in rebounds, led in block shots, led in assists. You're asking think about what you're asking a 40-year-old. A 40-year-old. What you're asking him to do.
And Shannon, I'm a comment on that. We on a freak of a nature type of dude. I get it what you're saying about he's different. He's a lot different. I don't agree with him not getting no rest in the second half. I think you rest him for 2 or 3, 4 minutes each quarter, rest him for like 2 or 3 minutes and bring him back and do the same thing. But what I do with JJ, I'm gonna go to JJ Redick's defense. He was saying, I can't lose this game. I'm gonna go with my player who I think gonna give me something. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He shouldn't have did that, you know, and timeouts don't cut it sometimes. It don't work. I would have gave him 3 to 4 minutes or 5 minutes every quarter. I would have did 5 minutes and then still control it. I get what Magic is saying. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Give him his legs. I would have gave him third quarter. I would have set him 5 to 6 minutes and then played him the whole fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would have did. It was a bad decision on his behalf, but I thinking what JJ is thinking as the first year.
He needed that. He got to get this game.
I got to get this. And it didn't work out for him. Now what he's going to go back, he's going to reevaluate everything. He's going to give him rest because they need this win in L.A. on Wednesday. And I think they're going to get the win on L.A. on Wednesday.
Oh, they're going to get it.
They're going to get it. But I'm just saying.
Oh, so
he should have evaluated that a little bit different. I don't think it's legs and all that. I think he got tired and they went away from everything that they did. To me, you go put LeBron on the block, see if they're gonna double him, let him guard one-on-one and go at him. You know? And if you watch the game, it's that too high. Watch Luka, watch LeBron. I focus on all of y'all. Put him on the block. Let him come down there and double him. You know what I'm saying? And do things like that, but they don't play that way. Y'all know Shannon and Chad. This game ain't like us. Mm-hmm. If I see you and Chad on a disadvantage, man, I'm going to run y'all play every day. I'm going to run
until they stop it.
Until you stop it.
Until they stop it.
And with me, with LeBron being 6'8", 260, I'm going to put you on the block. I'm not going to put you up top where everybody can focus in on you and we can suck in.
Right.
Put you on the block, and if you got to come double me, let me kick it to somebody, hit a jumper, then you're going to start being irrelevant that way. And they didn't play that game.
I knew LeBron was going to play a ton of minutes today because he normally takes his break at about 6 minutes, 6:30. He didn't take his break today until about 4 minutes. He got 2 minutes, and then he was right back in the game, and he didn't come out again. So I knew it was going to be one of those, and I texted Ash. I said, Ash, first of all, I knew they were in trouble, GP. LeBron is going off. Luka is going off, and they got a 4-point lead. Let that sink in now. All my artillery. And I only got a 4-point lead, and these guys are going haywire in the first half. So that's not good because if normally when guys going off, that's a 10, that's a 12, 14-point lead. You got both of your big guns, and Minnesota's right there. So they got to feel good. And as a matter of fact, they had a 3-point lead at the half. They're like, hold on. LeBron had 22. Luka got 21. That's 43 right there. And we still got the lead? Oh, we good. It's the same thing with the Lakers when they lost to the Nuggets. When LeBron went crazy in the first half, he had like 30, 32 points. GP, you remember that game?
Yeah.
In the first half, they're like, oh, he done. He done spin his wad. He blew his load. We got this. He had 32 at the half. Ended up having 40 for the game because he exerted so much and it wasn't enough to get the separation that he needed. Luka and LeBron exerted so much. I think LeBron had 5 points in the third quarter, none in the fourth quarter. But they did a great job of taxing him. And because I think a lot of this, GP, because LeBron is so tired, they like, he's not even a threat when he's on the block because that's normally Julius Randle. Julius Randle takes a lot out of you because he's a big body guy. He wants to bang on you. He's going to bang you. When you playing defense on him, he's going to bang on you. When you're playing defense on him, he's going to bang on you. So it's just bang, bang, bang. And after a while, that zaps the legs.
But then, Shannon, let me tell you this. Even doing that, why'd I get him in foul trouble? Let him bang, bang me, man. I'd go at him, spin on him, do the things you do. But that means you got to work the game the right way. Y'all remember when I played? Give me the ball on the block. I want you to bang on me because I'm going to spin on you and I'm going to kill you every day. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get to that level where LeBron has to learn, don't bang, bang, bang. Work with him. get Randall out the game, because what's the next person that's going to come in that game on Minnesota's bench that can handle me? Not too many people. Not too many people. So that's being coached and being smart. That's why I say nowadays IQ ain't in this game. It's all
athleticism,
athletic ability. It's athletic ability. This ain't no IQ game right now. I'm gonna tell everybody, ain't too many guys in here got IQs like that. You know what I'm saying? LeBron don't have to bang that boy. If he hit me one time on my back, spin on him, get a foul, get him in foul trouble, then what's gonna happen? You gonna sub.
Right.
You gonna sub. And ain't nobody gonna come off that bench that gonna handle LeBron, who muscling him and bullying them. But when you get a guy who's checked out and he's tired.
Yeah.
But let's say again, Shannon, let's think about the last play of the game. What LeBron did. He turned the ball over again. He turned the ball over.
Why can't they get the ball inbounds? Because we've seen so many times, guys. Does anybody know how to hard cut? Does anybody know how to set a back pick?
But let me tell you this, Shannon. What about just putting your forearm on the motherfucker and just post and get off and post ball down that way? Why you don't do that? Why you don't do that? And then if they try to double me, what are they gonna do? I'm gonna get the ball to the neck dude and post it up. I'm telling you once again, IQ. It ain't no IQ in this game. I mean, if you want to get me the ball, I'm gonna get the ball. Especially if we can go in the back court, I'm gonna hold you off, push you off, and you throw that ball out there, and I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna go get it. Don't try to make none of them heroic passes that you see, man. These dudes is not having IQs like that. They don't have IQs like that.
Hey, hold on, but both of y'all said the same thing, right? You and Unc got a friendly dinner.
Yeah.
You say Lakers gonna lose. Well, both of you came to the party and both said, hell, the Lakers are gonna win Wednesday. You said they're gonna win the game Wednesday, GP. So if they could win the game Wednesday, if they could win one, they could win two.
But I don't think that. But you're gonna exert, Chad. You're gonna exert a lot. Then you're going home against a team that's in Minnesota that plays well at home. They play well at home. I get it. You're gonna exert all your time, but think about the odds of everything. Who done came back from a 3-1 series deficit and win as many games as they win? They're not gonna win 3 in a row. I'm just not gonna say that. I can't do it. You done lost 2 games in Minnesota, you lost 1 game at home, and you lost the first game, Chad, at home.
Yeah.
So what do you think now? And what have Shannon said? Shannon say they're getting old, legs are tired, they got 2 days off. What you gonna do? How you gonna work that out? All right. Is your mindset that I'm gonna try to win this? Chad, I'm gonna ask you again. Do you think they mindset is saying, then we're gonna come back and win 3 in a row? They're not doing that. They talking about going home. They talking about going to Cancun. You know what I'm saying? And we'll work with it next year. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm just saying it's gonna be hard for the Lakers to win 3 in a row against this young hog team that Shannon has just told you. People are coming off the bench, doing what they do. You feel what I'm saying? And do what they do. Yeah, we thinking about the NBA. NBA don't want it to be like Oklahoma City, go full blank. They trying to get TV.
Y'all cut into the church's money.
Yeah, you doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Now I ain't gonna keep letting you just. I'm just gonna do whatever. I'm gonna call the calls that I have to call, whatever. And you got to think about it though, Chad. Who you think is more talented? What team you think was more talented, Chad? Minnesota or Lakers?
Minnesota.
They're not going to do that, man. Yeah. And people coming off the bench doing what they do. Shannon just told you.
Yeah.
Their bench is being more productive than the Lakers bench.
And that's what it's all it is, man.
It's who going to be the people that support that superstar cast. And I think Minnesota got that.
Yeah, I agree.
Dang.
I agree. And that's the thing. I mean, they were so close. They had a 10-point lead. I'm not so sure with a 10-point lead. I think I try to give LeBron 2 minutes to start the fourth. We got a lead.
Well, Chad, I say like this, like they with the Warriors. Sub him 3 minutes, bring him in, sub him at 7. You got 5 minutes on the clock, then bring him back in the fourth
Right.
quarter. And let him play the whole fourth quarter. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how you got to do it. But I just don't think that chemistry is right when you got two guys on both sides, ISO on the basketball, and you watching them play basketball. That's not a good deal for me. It's just like what we did when we played basketball. We put it in the post and let our big man dominate. If you don't get him, he's going to score every time. But if you start scoring, we're going to double him. And what do our big man do? Kick it, and we get easy buckets, and we rotate and make people rotate. That ain't the game nowadays. We just talking about shooting threes, one-on-one ISO, trying to do what we do, and it don't work. If you don't have that cast that's making them big-time shots, which Minnesota did today, they big-time shots, and it don't work. It won't work. It just won't work.
Lakers definitely got their work cut out for them. They're going to have to play, hopefully, I don't know if you can get another 25-point game out of Rui Hachimura. Rui was sensational today. This is by far his best game in the playoffs, and he played extremely well. I don't know if you're going to be able to get, because he was 5 of 10. He was 9 of 16, played 41 minutes, gave you 23 points. LeBron was 27, 12, 8, 3, 3. Austin Reeves, he came in and he didn't play. He was terrible. He got in foul trouble. He was terrible in the first half. 17, 7, and 4. I can live with that. I like having something spread out. But Julius Randle started that game off. He was extremely aggressive. And that's his game. He's an aggressive player. He's going to try to put the ball on the floor. He's going to put pressure. He's going to attack the rim. Jaden McDaniels didn't start off strong, but down the stretch, he made all the hustle plays. He got the and one. He made a big-time three. Ant-Man was Ant-Man, but it was Nas Reed and Donde DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo getting a rebound, knocking down a three. You get Nas Reed knocking down 2 big threes. DiVincenzo getting an and one. And I was like, you know what? Because DiVincenzo got one, and LeBron skied is like, oh, the old man still got some juice in the tank. GP. Yeah. But I just think the thing is, they were tired, but Ant-Man, he said he's dreamt his whole life of these moments, and you can tell. 12 of 23, 5 of 10 from the three-point line, 14 of 17, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and he only had 1 turnover.
Well, Chad and Shannon, he told you this summer when he was in the Olympics, when he started shooting threes, playing as Steph Curry, and he said, "Man, I was in them games shooting them threes. What is he came back and did? He said, I'm gonna shoot more threes this year, and look at his percentage come on the threes. His confidence is way here. When you give a player like that type of ability to do that and become that type of player, put him on an Olympic team, give him that type of ability to become a superstar, a real superstar. Yeah. And he make his shots and he get confident. It's hard to stop a basketball player like that. And he has proven it. He has proven it that he is the primary player to be that NBA player who take over this league, and that's what he's doing. Every day after them games, and he's doing his post game, all he doing is smiling because he knows it's easy. It's easy for him. Yeah. It's easy. And that's what he's doing, and he's showing you that he can put this team on his back. They thought when they got rid of Cat that it was going to be all over. No. That boy took this game to another level and did what he do. And they the sixth seed beating the 3rd seed. And that's what these teams is. That's why I tell everybody, stop talking about these seeds and all that with these 82 games. That is just crap to me. About none of that. You got to go play in these playoffs and get out. And they showing the Lakers that I don't care what seed you are. We're going to go get at you. And they get at them.
The thing is that when you look at it, GP, is that because he can shoot the 3, you got to hug up on him. And now he can go by you. You see what he's going by? Yeah. He's going to kick or he's going all the way to the rim. So it's like, okay, I'm going to play off him. Hand down, man down, Mark Jackson. And so now he's got that 3 ball in his bag. He always had the ability to go around you and finish over top of you. So how do I defend him? If I give him too much airspace, he gonna rise up and shoot. He gonna raise up and shoot the three. If I hug up on him to take away the three, he gonna go by me and finish on top of me. So I mean, you're at his mercy. And you same thing with Steph Curry. Steph Curry used to be he settled for the three. Now you see Steph put the ball on the floor and get to his float game.
Yeah. And then Shannon, you think about that. When I was at the game last night, what Houston tried to do to Steph Curry was double him every time. I kept screaming.
Right.
I said, get him off the ball. Don't let him double him. Let him come off the baseline and do like Reggie Miller or Rip Hamilton, and they at his mercy. As soon as they did that, Houston fell apart. They fell apart. Yeah. But what did the Warriors do? They had other people who made shots and did things that they do. Because once, and then what Curry did, he started being one-on-one, and then he started being Curry. He liked PlayStation. He
started cooking.
Everything you see is PlayStation, man. Right. And he started cooking, and he started hitting shots, and then they started doing it, and he started making the right pass, and then they start finishing. They start saying, man, what can I do? And when they start finishing, he start going one-on-one, and there ain't nobody can guard nobody like that with no talent like that one-on-one. So there's no way. No way.
But the Knicks escaped with a 94-93 victory and the 3-1 lead in the best-of-7, the first-round series against the Pistons. The refs screwed the Pistons out of game-winning free throws. Officials acknowledged after the game that one huge was missed today on the final play. With the Knicks leading by 1, Tim Hardaway Jr. drew contact from Josh Hart as Hardaway went up for the potential game-winning shot with .03 seconds. Three-point attempt misfired. Even Josh Hart admits he made contact. Jalen Brunson, 32 points, 11 assists. Cat, 27 points, 9 rebounds. Outscored the Pistons, those two, 23-22 in the fourth quarter. And they combined for the Knicks' final 7 buckets. I don't know. The official was standing right there, GP. Not only did he get him with his body, he got him on his arm.
Yeah.
See, Shannon and Chad, I hate this because
you can't call that.
No.
No, call it after the game. Call it during the game.
See, I hate when they go and they look at it and they say we made a mistake. Why are you telling me now?
Right.
I lost the game. You should have played the game. See, that's why I hate this replay crap and all that, man, and these challenges, because y'all understand y'all missed the play and you missed the call. So don't tip after the game over because you lost the game for me. If you make this call, I go and make 2 free throws and we win the game. You feel me? That's why I don't like this basketball, man. Y'all got to make the NBA has to get better on these games, man. They got to. They got to give these coaches and everybody more challenges. You got to get more challenges because you're losing games and you're going to tell me now, I'm sorry. You sorry? No. What? I'm down 3-1. I'm sorry. Why you?
And it's supposed to be 2-2.
And it could be 2-2, and it could change the whole the dynamics of this whole game and all everything. So now you talking about now I gotta go home and say, "Oh, I'm sorry," and then you gonna admit to me after the game. They have to change this, man. They gotta change this game, man. And they say, "Man, when you want to challenge it." You feel me? And that's just the way it gotta be. And you just tell me I missed it. Oh, man. Now what I'm supposed to do is say, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, you cool. Okay, man, you missed it. No, you crazy. You lost me the game. And that's what it is. So they got to be more consistent. They got to be more there. And the NBA got to figure it out, man. You cannot keep missing calls and letting these referees dictate these games because these young fellas is playing hard. And that Detroit team didn't deserve that. They didn't deserve that.
Cat down the stretch. That shot that Cat hit from the baseline, falling out of bounds, GP.
Yeah.
That might have been Cat's best shot of his career.
Unreal. It reminds you of Kawhi Leonard at Toronto.
Yep.
That big shot to win the basketball game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He made a hell of a shot, man. And it is what it is. These type of players. These type of players who make shots like that and ready for it. It is what it is, man. But I just say I hate losing a game on a call from a referee.
Yeah.
I just don't like that. I don't like that.
I don't either. Don't tell me about it. Hey, let everybody let social media, let everybody say they missed that call, but don't you come out with that report. Hey, that wasn't even two report. That was the pool reporter. He's like, yeah, we missed it.
Man, I hate that. See, and then you come back after the game and say I missed it. Man, you gonna make me more mad. You know what I'm saying? You make me more mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm mad because I lost, but I know I got fouled, and then you gonna tell me I missed it? Come on.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that perfect game that Jim Joyce blew. Andres Galarraga had a perfect game. He beat the guy to the bag, Ocho. Jim Joyce called him safe, had him out, and perfect game.
And umpire wasn't never the same. He cried every time.
And he was like, hey, I cost this kid a perfect game.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir.
And he did. Same thing in '85 World Series, St. Louis Cardinals. I think Donnie Durkin was the official. He blew the call. Royals go on, score, and win the World Series.
Yeah.
I mean, you hate things like that, and you're like, well, Shannon, they are human, and they are. They are. But boy, as the team that's on the losing side of that, man, damn that I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't trying to hear none of that. But you got to give it. Look, Jalen Brunson was clutch performer of the year. You see why. You see why he deserved that award. Cat, this is what I'm talking about. We get frustrated with Cat because we see a guy 7 foot tall with so much ability. And sometimes he settles, GP. He wants to hang around the three. Cat, get your 7 foot big butt down on that block and post up and shoot that turnaround or put the ball on the floor because you have that kind of ability and finish at the rim.
And see, Chad and Shannon, that's why I'm so biased, man. Because I my era was our weapon was a big man. Put your big butt down there and make them do you, man. You feel what I'm saying? If they W kick it, we do what we want to. And look how effective he is when he down there. Stop being a stretch and shooting all these threes, man. I hate this game because when you running 3-on-1 and everybody running to the
3-point line
and they shoot it and they miss it. Well, we can make a difference if we get a bucket and put pressure on these dudes, man. And that's what I like about him. He's starting to now say, forget it. Let me go get a bucket and put pressure on these dudes and make them be accountable and say, yo, you're going to have to come down here and score again because if you don't, I'm going to go back down here and score a bucket and get me 2. It don't matter. It ain't number 1 point, 2 or 3.
Right.
Get it. Go get it. Because if I go down the floor 5 times and I score 2 buckets and they shoot 5 threes and miss, what am up? 10-0. It's going to be hard for you to come back. And I'm playing D. So that's what I don't.
But they don't play D no more. They don't play D no more, GP.
Absolutely. Nah. And Shannon, that's why I don't like going to these games. I hate that, man, because I'll be like, nigga, I'm going to get a steal. I'm going to play D. I'm going to do this. And it's crazy to me that y'all don't want to play defense. It's crazy.
They ain't nobody. I mean, back then you had guys known for defense. Now everybody tried to put it in the bucket. Everybody trying to get max contracts by scoring a bunch of points. And I get it. I ain't mad at them because I see what these salaries.
Right.
A GP, guys making 40, 50, 60. Joker about to sign a contract 3 years, 219 million.
222. He gonna get
222. Okay, 70 million a year.
Well,
I get it.
You look at Butler. He just got 2-year deal.
2 for 120.
That's $60 million a year. So I get it. We set the foundation for them to get all this bread. It is what it is. We think about it, be like, Mama, why you didn't have me later on?
I tell my mama that all the time.
Yeah, it's cool, but it's good for it, man. But I'm just saying, I see dudes making $18, $19 million and only average 6 points or 4 points a game, and they ain't never made an all-league, all-star, or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But we in that era. We in that era. But go and do something when you get in the game. Show me that you can play. You know what I'm saying? Don't just get this money, man. Just show me you can play. Give me something that you showing me you can play. You know what I'm saying? Don't just be like, oh, I make this money and it's good, show me that you can play sometime.
Yeah.
The Boston Celtics go up 3-1 with a 107-98 victory over the Orlando Magic. Jason Tatum was sensational. 37 points, 14 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. Jalen Brown chipped in with 21 points, 11 rebounds. Derek White had 18 and 7. Kristaps Porzingis had 19 points, 5 rebounds, played really well. Banchero had 31. Franz Wagner had 24. Corey Joseph had 12, but it wasn't nearly enough. It was too much JT.
Nah.
It was too much JB. And like you said, the others, when you get a Porzingis giving you 19, when you get a Derek White giving you 18, your big guns go off, and then you get your role players doing what they're supposed to do. It makes it very, very difficult for you to beat this team, and JT had it going tonight. Perfect from the free throw line. JB was 9 or 10 from the free throw line. Now, Tatum wasn't the most efficient. He's only 10 or 25. But he was putting pressure on them by getting to the free throw line. They were 30 of 32 from the free throw line. Orlando was 14 to 20. Ocho, when you watched the Celtics, and the only game they lost, I think, is the game that JT didn't play. You know, he hurt his wrist. I think in the first game he didn't play. But if you look at them now, they seem to have it rolling. You think the Celtics can come out of the East?
I mean, obviously, you know they can. I mean, the Celtics are one of the fortunate teams.
Are they going to come out of the East? Let me phrase it.
Oh yeah, they're absolutely coming out the East. And I said if it wasn't them, it was going to be my Heat. But we know how that went. But the bench, we already know what they could do. We already know White, Tatum, and Porzingis. It's the bench, the contribution that they're getting from the bench that's helping them also along the way. So I mean, it's almost unfair in a sense because I see not only them coming out the East, I see them winning again because of the depth, because of what they have, and it's almost unfair to a sense. Which is why yesterday when we had Antoine on the show, we talked about they have new ownership in Boston, but why would you want to break up something like that? And you know you're going to win consistently year in and year out.
Because I still want to make. Yeah, I want to win championships and make money. Think about it. You got 2 guys that's making $300 million. You got another 2 guys that make over $100 million, and you got another guy that's making $40 million. That's a lot of money, Ocho, even for a championship.
Ocho, that's almost $1 billion. So what you're doing is, Ocho, that team, Boston, is very, very talented. And Porzingis and all of them and White, and then they didn't even have Holiday. They didn't even have Holiday. So they're very talented. Even they got the kid off the bench coming, Payton, who was pretty good.
Payton Pritchard.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So they're very, very talented. You know what I'm saying? So if they can stay together, and that's what you want, that's what we talked about. You have to have the role players that can do it, and then your main 2.
Right.
With Brown and Tatum. If they play well and then you get some support, it's going to be good. I think Cleveland can match them. I really do. I think Cleveland can match them. They went 2-2 with each other. And if Cleveland plays the way they're supposed to play, and they get it from Mobley and all them guys, and then
Garland and Mitchell
in backcourt plays, and everybody, Mitchell gonna be him. If they play and match them, they got enough talent to match with them. You know what I'm saying? So, but then when you come, if they make it out of the East, this year it's not gonna be easy. You're not playing Dallas. You're playing a full strong team from the West.
Yeah.
Like OKC. Even a Clipper team will match up with them really well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got teams that can match up with them as talent-wise, but to give them something. Dallas didn't have nothing for them last year. No. Dallas just surprisingly got into that because of what everybody got hurt. You know what I'm saying? In the West. And all the top teams got hurt. Even Denver will match up with them very well, you know, with Joker and all of them. So it'll be a better challenge this year. But I think Boston and Cleveland is going to make it hard. Nobody else can compete with them in the East. It's going to be Boston or Cleveland. And then in the West, it's wide open. Whoever playing well in the West going to win it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of good teams in the West Coast that's really, really good. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be interesting, but I wouldn't break up my Boston team. I'm guaranteeing you that.
See?
I don't care. I'll run it
Totally.
out. I'll be like Bill Russell and all them Koozie, man. I'm gonna win 2 in a row. I don't care, man.
Hey,
I don't give a shit. I'm gonna put $1.5 billion up. You know what I'm saying? Let me keep winning.
Hey, but back then that owner was paying Bill Russell them out his pocket. He just spent $6 billion.
And then what's his name? What was the coach?
Red Auerbach.
Red Auerbach was doing his thing, man. He was running everything. He didn't care about none of that. And they was playing for pennies then. They was only playing for like 15,000, 50,000. You know what I'm saying? So you had that, and they was winning championships. So you got to stay that way and stay a course. You know, and then Boston just got sold for $6.2 billion.
Exactly.
You feel
so
me?
I ain't tried to buy. I ain't spend $6 billion, and then got another $1 billion damn near in contracts.
There it is. Oh, yeah, you got $1 billion, seeing $6 billion. So that owner coming up in there with a $7 billion debt already. You know what I'm saying? So they got money. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna keep it apart, man. I think they not gonna break that up because they got to get through, especially if they win 2 in a row. They ain't breaking that up.
Right.
They just gonna add pieces and get better.
With 37 points in this game, Jason Tatum ties Charles Barkley and Tim Duncan with 11 career 35-point playoff games. Ja Morant says he had Thunder figured out, and Memphis would have tied the series if he didn't get hurt. You remember couple of years ago, he said he was fine in the West. They haven't won a series since he said that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do I believe they would have won that game that he got hurt? They were up 27, playing well. I believe they win that game.
Yeah, they would have won that game.
But I don't believe they win the series.
They're not going to win the series against that talented OKC team. I don't care. That team is too talented. They too talented. They got, and we look at it, you guys. They got 10, 11 guys. That's talented.
Yeah.
Talented. Come off there and get it. You know what I'm saying? And Memphis don't have that type of team. They don't have that type of team. I get it. Morant, before he did all the things that he did and got in trouble, was probably the best basketball player in the NBA. And it still is. But they got to get somebody that's going to help you more than Jackson and Bane. You know what I'm saying? To compete with these dudes in the West. I get it. I like Morant's mentality. You should say that. You should say, if I'm on the floor, I'm going to win. But they wasn't equal to this OKC team. They didn't lose 4 games for nothing. You know what I'm saying? You didn't lose 4 games, but you got to understand, Morant played 2 of them. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I don't believe in that. I just think they wasn't as talented as OKC. They wasn't as talented.
Nah, not at all. I mean, listen, Unc and GP, I'm just trying to throw little nuggets out there. You know, y'all really not listening to me. I'm not saying I'm not Woj, I'm not Shams, but what I told y'all earlier in the show, when it does happen, I just want y'all to be like, you know what, Ocho? Well, you was right.
But what happened?
You was right.
He gonna go back to Miami.
He coming to Miami, and Giannis coming to Miami too. I'm telling you, I sat down and I talked with these folk. You know, they confide in me when it comes to situations like this, even though I didn't play, at an NBA level, but they understand I know the game and I know the players, and they know I can take care of people when they come to Miami and make sure I keep them aligned and focused on what they need to do when they here.
Yeah, I'm with you, baby. I'm with you, man. Man, if you get them 2, I'm gonna come to Miami and be with you, man, and holler at you a lot of times, man. Because if you get 2 of them 2 with y'all, man, you're gonna be something else.
Yeah. I'm telling you, you'll see. You'll see. I lie for you before I lie to you, man.
Jalen Green spoke about the exchange between him and Draymond at the end of the game when Draymond told Jalen Green, go paint your nails. Jalen said, just talking. He can't really do much anything else. So talking is his only way. GP, did y'all, because now they throw a tech on you. You guys used to be at all each other's face spit flying everywhere. Now you say one thing. Yeah, you look at the guy funny.
Tech. This is weak basketball, man. Let these dudes play, man. Let them talk crazy, man. I'm with it. I was right there when I seen all of that and all that. Yeah. I mean, these dudes ain't really. I'm gonna tell y'all, Shannon and Chad, get outside, man, and go outside to the restaurant and see them one-on-one. That ain't gonna work. That get out of here, man. That ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can talk all that, man, and be whatever. Just prove it on the basketball court.
Yeah.
To me, put it on the floor. Don't get mad at what somebody else say. You know what I'm saying?
Stop him from doing it, and he won't say it no more.
There it is. That's what I did. That's why I talk crack trash. I can back it up. If you say something to me, I'm gonna give you 40. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you 40, 10, 8, whatever, and then I'm gonna be like, yeah, we won. What's happening? Stop all that wow, man. Because ain't none of them tough like that. Them dudes ain't no gangsters, man. Ain't nobody shot no pistols and did all that, man, in their life, man. Them dudes ain't even on that. You know what I'm saying? Stop being like you Billy Bad. You ain't Billy Bad, man. Because if we get you one-on-one somewhere, man, we knuckle up, them dudes ain't going to be like that. They ain't going to be like that, man. So, man, just go on and prove it on the floor, man, and go on about your business. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know, and it was legit. It was just like if somebody say, man, I was with your wife last night. Yeah, I was with yours last night too. That's why I wasn't home either. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't tripping. Yeah, you was with her, go be with her. You feel what I'm saying? Because I was with yours last night too. You know, while you was thinking about me. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm with it, man. I ain't on that, man. All that
GP say he with the ish.
Yeah, I ain't with that woo. Man, go ahead and prove it on the basketball court, man. And that's what I'm talking about. Prove it tomorrow. If you mad, go get it. Go get it.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So that's all I got to say about that. Go get it.
The culprit behind the prank called to Sheduer Sanders has been revealed as Jack Ulbrich, the son of Falcons DC. First, the Falcons put out a statement this morning saying, earlier in the week, Jack Ulbrich, the 21-year-old son of defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich, unintentionally came across the draft contact phone number for Sheduer Sanders off an iPad while visiting his parents' home and wrote the number down and later conduct a prank call. Jeff Ulbrich was unaware of the data exposure and any facet of the prank and was made aware of the above only after the fact. Atlanta Falcons do not condone this behavior and send our sincere apologies to Sheduer Sanders and his family, who we've been in contact with to apologize to, as well as facilitate an apology directly from Jack to the Sanders family. We have also been in contact with the NFL and will continue to cooperate fully with any inquiries we may receive from the NFL league office. We are thoroughly reviewing all protocols and updating if necessary to help prevent an incident like this from happening again. Falcons. Jack posted an apology on Friday night. I made a tremendous mistake. Sheduer, what I did was completely inexcusable, embarrassing, and shameful. I'm so sorry I took away from your moment. It was selfish and childish. I could never imagine getting ready to celebrate one of the greatest moments of your life, and I made a terrible mistake, and I messed with that moment. Thank you for accepting my call earlier today. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. At Sheduer Sanders. Ocho, is this apology enough, or should the Falcons punish? Well, I don't know how they can punish the son. They might punish the dad. Should they get docked the draft? So if you were to punish the Falcons, how do you punish them? And should they be punished first? And if you are going to punish them, what should the punishment be?
I mean, listen, I say if you're gonna punish him, to some extent, I would say it would have to come from the dad. Obviously, it was a son. It was the son that made the call. Obviously, dad, I'm not sure how the son got the number. Who knows? But the punishment should come with the dad. Maybe a fine of some sort. I think draft picks would be a little bit too much because the team itself as a whole shouldn't have to suffer for what the son decided to do. Outside of that, the apology, I mean, at that moment, sincere. At that point, it seems sincere, especially being that it was written from someone else, and it's a bunch of you know what. Did he really mean it? No. The fact that he got caught is the only reason he's apologizing.
Bro, how you, Ocho, you can't, and you let him record you.
They're not sorry. They know what they were doing. They're young. It was a prank. We're in an era of pranks, and like you say, everybody don't play the same.
They play too much.
Everybody, listen. They thought it was a funny
Yeah.
moment. They thought it was a funny moment when it
That's
really
right.
wasn't.
Before you go, GP,
it really wasn't.
other players also reportedly had prank calls. Tyler Warren had a prank call. There were several other players. And you see that, like you said, Ocho, we're in that era. Everything is about a prank. Everybody want to pull something, want to touch somebody, want to do something, dump something on their head. Everybody, like GP, like you've been saying the whole night, everybody don't play how you play. Now, when somebody fire you up, then well, he ain't have to do that. Well, you didn't have to do that. Leave people alone, especially people you don't have a relationship with. You going out there in some mall, or you walking down the street, you don't know that person from a hill of beans.
And that's what this social media has messed us up.
Yeah.
About likes and everything about this crazy stuff. That little kid knew what he was doing because he went in his daddy's phone and got that phone number. He did that on purpose. Mm-hmm. So I hate saying punish your dad because your dad is trusting in you as my son, and I'm trusting you that you won't go do stuff. That's just like almost stealing, though, y'all. That's almost like stealing. Mm-hmm. It's almost like you stealing from your peoples. And your dad has to take the blame for what you have done. Because I can't punish you because you're not in an Atlanta Falcons organization. So I have to punish your daddy because of the situation, because it hurts that person who you did it to. And these young kids today, man, and I tell you, the generation is different. These kids are different. They think that's funny. And they think that's something to do.
At somebody else's expense.
At somebody else's expense. They think this is funny. And then when you get caught, like Chad said, that boy ain't sorry. Because if he was sorry, he would have said he did it from day one. And he would have been like, man, I did it. But he got caught. And when he got caught, he had to say the right thing to make his daddy be okay and look a little bit better.
And you look at it, here's the thing, Ocho.
Yeah.
Sheduer Sanders' phone number wasn't the only one in there, but he was the one that was having a precipitous fall. So now, which prank is going to generate the most buzz? Knowing Sheduer is on eggshells, he's on pins and needles, waiting to have an NFL team call him and say, hey, we're going to select you in the 4th round. We're going to select you in the 5th round. So check this out. He got the number from an iPad that he shouldn't have been using. He waited days because it ain't just happened. And then he made the prank call. He filmed himself while making the prank calls, waited days to make the apology. Guys, I mean, look, everything ain't meant to be. Everything ain't meant to, like you said. In this day and age, Ocho, everything is about clicks, mentioned.
In the viral moment.
That's what it's all about, man. That's why, listen, that's why I like my era. We didn't have all that crap.
Men didn't play like that.
Yeah, we didn't get out like that.
See, I tell Ocho all the time.
We don't get out like that.
I came up, I don't remember men playing no practical jokes on nobody. Like, boy, you better scrap it up.
You can't do that because next time we see you, we're going to knock you out. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't going to be about, man, okay, man, I'm going to take this court date, man. No, man, I'm going to knock you smooth out. Because we ain't talking about all that because you messing with my livelihood. About all this social media and all that crap, man. We ain't doing that.
Yeah,
you know
I'm glad I didn't come up in that area. I'm glad. Now look, I would have loved to made the money that these cats make, but GP, I wouldn't want to be in this era. It's too much. I wouldn't want to be in the social media era. I wouldn't.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't want to be in the social media area because I would have been divorced way earlier than what I did. No, I would have been all bad. Man.
You stupid.
Man, I would have been viral all the time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But man, every day you walk out, man, you going somewhere, man, there's a camera, man, all man is looking at man. Man, I ain't on that, man. What is a like to me? I don't care about no likes, man. I'm already popular. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you give me a million likes. 1 million people are already looking at me. So what? I don't care about all that, man. You messing up my life, man. And I'm not dealing with that, though. It's crazy to me that you can sit on the phone and watch people do what they do, and they silly. You just told me, and I ain't surprised. That boy got in that iPad and then filmed himself doing it. How stupid is that? How you think that we ain't gonna figure that out?
Yeah.
How you think we ain't gonna get that? That's how dudes get caught killing people, murdering people, whatever they doing. They go
doing
back in your
foolishness,
phone,
filming it.
go back in your phone, and you got the pistol showing it and doing this and that and that. That's how they catch you. You're silly. So that's why I tell a lot of kids that I talk to now, the social media killing y'all, man. It's hurting y'all. It's hurting y'all life, man, because all y'all think about is likes and who gonna like you on there. That's how people get robbed and do stuff. You be on the thing, talk about I'm here, I'm there, and then all of a sudden they look in the back, oh man, he had Centennial Park. Let me ride up on him right now. Let me ride up on that. That's crazy to me, man, that you do that. That's just silly. That's just silly stuff to me.
Dang.
Shedeur pinned his first, both on NFL X and IG accounts. If you go to both at NFL and Browns official websites, click shop. Who's the first Cleveland Brown jersey you can pre-order? Shedeur's. Many NFL fans on TikTok have pledged to purchase Shedeur's jersey and merchandise exclusively from his official website rather than from the NFL shop to support him after being drafted in the 5th round. They believe the league blackballed Shedeur. Shedeur could potentially make millions of dollars from this trend. And you'll probably see other players, you know, Ocho, you know how to, hey,
same.
Probably if you knew what you know, Ocho, you'd have had your little cap, you'd have had the Ocho gear going.
And that's good. And look at you guys. Look, both of y'all. You know, it's daddy gonna make that up. You know what I'm saying? Dion did that, man. And that's what they gonna do. They gonna just show up everybody what they did to him. Y'all know that boy shouldn't have got drafted in no 5th round. He shouldn't have been 144 pick. No, how the heck you go from projected to be number 9 to 145? That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then the teams that was supposed to draft you pass you. And then the team who drafted him had it at the 33rd pick in the 2nd round. And they didn't pick it. You see, it's got to be a blackball thing. We ain't going to never know what happened or why it happened, but it happened. But to me, I just tell my little young nephew, man, go out there and kill him. And win the job. Get down with him, man. Be one of them special ones like Marino, like Brett Favre, man. Do that, man. They got drafted like that and then become a Hall of Famer and become one of them dudes. That's all you got to do, man. Forget it. And then make your bread, man, the way you is. Because he popular, man. This social media got him popular. He going to be popular no matter what. He going to be popular.
Yeah.
So just do it.
It is. I think it's a blessing in disguise. Obviously, going in the 5th round and the pick he went is not the blessing I'm talking about. I'm just saying the situation he's going to. Flacco is just there on a 1-year deal. Deshaun Watson's not going to be able to play this year. So I'm assuming the way I'm thinking it's going to play out, I think he will be able to beat out Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel, and I think he's going to get his shot. He's going to get a shot to play. I'm not sure if it's this year, maybe it's next year, but at some point he's going to get a shot, and I think it's going to be magical for him. And seeing it as a blessing in disguise and finally being...
You know why? Because look how much pressure they put on Bronny James. Bronny James, you'd have thought Bronny James was the first pick in the draft. The way they talk about him, talk about, he this and that. He was the 55th pick. They ain't got but 5 picks left, GP. They make it seem like they took the man. But because of that last name, you got to understand. If his name was Sheduer Jones, maybe you're right. But we know who his dad is, and we know what that aura around his dad.
But Shannon, I can't agree with you. I got to agree with Chad on this one.
Go ahead,
because that's a little bit of different talent. My little nephew Bronny wasn't really ready for that situation, for that athletic ability, right? He had to grow into that. You forgot he missed a whole college.
Oh yeah, with that heart,
the heart thing, and you know what happened or whatever. But Shakur is ready. He He got the talent to do that right now. And if you think of Bronny right now, Bronny killing the G League. He had to get himself into that situation to do it. Bronny gonna be good in 2-3 years. I think Shedeur is gonna be ready now.
But see, what I was saying, and I was saying because of the names. What I was just saying because of the names and the expectations. Even though he's a 5th round pick, and Ocho, you know we don't have no expectations for no 5th round pick. But you do because your last name is Sanders. Just like we got expectations now for the 55th pick. It's just like Jokic. When Jokic got drafted, if they're lying, if they told I knew Jokic was going to be this. If you knew he was going to be this, you'd have took him with the #1 overall pick. So you a D-lie saying you knew Nikola Jokic was going to turn out to be what he was going to be because he was a 2nd round pick. I think he was like 40 something. Yeah, it's the same thing. You put pressure. You say Shedeur. He's a 5th round pick. You're gonna bypass that and say, well, look at his last name. I thought y'all said he was all this. Bronny going 55th. But if he all that, he should be able to do like his dad.
We don't have all them picks. Now we went back to our fourth round, 5th round too, like the NFL. Then he got picked like that. Then it's a little different. We only got 60 picks. So pick because the simple fact is the Lakers had that pick. And if it wasn't for LeBron being on the Lakers and they making that pick, he probably wouldn't have got drafted, which wouldn't have been no problem. Right. You know what I'm saying? But we only got 2 rounds. You know what I'm saying? They got
half the 2nd round GP don't even make it.
There you go. So it's a little different of what we're saying. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if he would have got drafted if the Lakers didn't have that 55th pick. Right. You feel what I'm saying? But they did pick him, which was a blessing because he is talented. He is very, very talented. And you got to give him a chance. Football players got 7 rounds. They're gonna do that. They're gonna do that. So we happy that they do got these type of rounds. But if basketball would have had 5 or 6, 7 rounds, and he got drafted in the 5th or 6th round, we wouldn't expect him to be nothing. Because
but hold on,
what you said again, Shannon, he might not even make the team.
But here's the thing, GP. Once you start getting Ocho, you don't know anything about this because you're a 2nd rounder. You start getting 5th and 6th, 7th round, you count bodies.
Yeah.
Ocho, we can't, we need people, we just need enough to fill the roster out. It ain't no guarantee when you start getting them later rounds like that.
Well, in NFL, y'all know y'all first 3 rounds is almost like 1st round picks with us in the NFL.
Yeah, basically,
You want it in the NFL, the first 3 rounds, you start. You start in the NFL. You feel what I'm saying? You basically gonna start in the NFL if you get paid, you picked in the first 3 rounds. You know what I'm saying? In basketball, if you pick 55th, 60, you in a G League, 10-day contract or whatever.
You 2-way.
G League, 2-way.
You're a 2-way.
You're going to be all that, man. We're going to give you a deal.
Yeah.
And you got to look at Bronny. He got a heck of a deal.
He got his money guaranteed. But he's not the first 2nd rounder to get money guaranteed, though, GP.
No, they're right, because people believe in other things. But then you think about it like this, Shannon. What if I don't pick you and then pick you up at a free agent and still give you some guaranteed money?
No, I want the guaranteed money right here. You weren't going to pick me up and give me that kind of guaranteed money, so I go ahead and take this right here.
To be drafted.
You heard me?
Yeah, what you say, Ocho?
I don't think you're seeing it from the same lens I'm seeing it at.
Go ahead.
I'm looking at the situation in its totality, right? Okay, you went 5th round. Now I look at it. I look at the landscape of what they got. They got Flacco. Flacco not going to be that long. Deshaun is hurt. He's coming off a Achilles injury. I think, no disrespect to Kenny Pickett, no disrespect to Dylan Gabriel, I see him beating them out. So I see Shedeur as the number 2 quarterback with Flacco playing. Now, depending on how Flacco plays throughout the entirety of the season, there's a chance that Shedeur, he goes to the helm. I say it's a blessing in disguise. So what happens? We look at the quarterback carousel of quarterbacks that the Browns have had throughout the entirety of their franchise.
40 of them.
The last decent quarterback
40 of them, Jay.
Hey, a lot of them. Look, the last good one that was consistent was Bernie Kosar.
Yes.
So
and
I'm
before
looking
it was Otto Graham.
Yeah. Hey, I'm looking long term. This might be a blessing in disguise, despite.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking at it like that, and knowing him and knowing the competitor that Shedeur is, understanding the background and where he's come from, he's able to deal with this adversity, and again, hurdle this obstacle
Chad,
as
I'm on
well.
your side.
And this situation, listen, this situation for him, a GP, delayed, not denied.
Chad, I'm on your side. I think Sheduer is going to be their quarterback for the next 6-7 years, and he's going to be good.
Yeah,
and he's going to be good.
I'm gonna say decade.
I sure hope so.
You said 10. I can say 10 too, because I think he going to go in there and show out. He's going to go in there and show out. And I think he's got a chip on his shoulder now that him and his daddy done talked about it. Go in there and get out with what you're going to get out with. And I'm guaranteed he going to go in there. And I don't even care about Flacco. Flacco old. Man, if you fool around and be moving and doing what you do, man, and pass that thing, getting first downs or whatever, them Cleveland Browns ain't been nothing in a long time anyway. If you can get some people in them stands and getting people hyped, Shannon, you just said it. His jersey is the number one in Cleveland right now, man.
Yeah.
What y'all think? What y'all think, man? That's gonna happen. I think he gonna show out, and that's what he should do. He should go in there and show out. Show out.
Ocho,
and
Abdul Carter responded to us on Twitter this afternoon. I wore number 11. I have big shoes. I've filled big shoes before. If you know football, you know who also wore the stick, which means 11.
Yeah.
It's not about the number. It's about the player. The number, just the legacy. It's iconic, something cool. Look at the legacy of the stick. I came to Penn State and not only lived up to that number, but I made it even more legendary. That's how I see it. I shot. If he says no, cool. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yes, sir.
But I spoke to LT on the phone yesterday. Chill, dude. Dope speaking with the GOAT, and know for certain, 56 or not, I'll build my own legacy. Allah, I think he's saying praise to God or something like that. Abdul.
Right.
We said that. I mean, when we had you on the couch, and we appreciate it again. I don't think Ocho and I and Nightcap, the family, thank you enough for coming by. I appreciate. Hey, Bailey, thank you. Drew, we appreciate that because I played with Bailey for 2 years in B-Boy, and Drew Rosenhaus, probably his first start. He was down at the East Blue-Gray game in Montgomery, Alabama, Ocho, in 1989. So so it goes back. So Abdul, I want to thank you for coming on. Ocho, I want to thank you. Thank you, Drew Rosenhaus and Bailey, Robert Bailey, for making that happen. Yes, we highlighted that number was made famous by LeVar Arrington. That man was then followed by Michael Parsons, and then you took it. As great as those players were wearing that number 11 at Penn State, you can't even fathom. Because let me tell you what happened. Every outside linebacker you see is because of LT. The Von Millers, the TJ Watts, the Derek Thomases, the Cornelius Bennett's, all these, the Leonard Floyds, you name an outside edge rusher. He's the only player in NFL history to make two positions famous. He made the left tackle famous. He made the outside linebacker famous. Two. When we talk about who's the greatest quarterback, you get some debate. Some people say Peyton, some people say Montana, some people say Brady. Not going to fight you. That's not what we're here to do today. If we say who's the greatest wide receiver, you get some people say Jerry, some people say Randy Moss, some people say T.O. If we say who's the best running back, some people say Jim Brown, some people say Walter Payton, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders. When you say who is the greatest defensive NFL player ever, there's one name that comes out of everybody's mouth first.
LT.
And he goes by initials. They don't call him Lawrence. They call him LT. That's all we're saying. So I get the sticks, but 5'6" in that era in New York,
he was cold. And that's my OG, man. That's my OG. Every time I see him, I'm with him.
I just saw him a couple of weeks ago at the autograph signing.
Yeah. I be seeing him all the time now. You know, at the autograph signing. That's my dude, man. That was the greatest defensive player ever. And
there's been some great ones. And I'm fortunate enough to play in the era. I played in the era with Reggie at his prime, Bruce Smith at his prime, Ray Lewis at his prime, Dion, Coach Prime at his prime. I mean, I'm talking about guys that won defensive player of the year multiples. He's it. Yeah. He made two positions famous.
Yeah. I think it's different. I think it's different. But this is what I do like about Abdul: the confidence. I feel the belief. I feel I can wear that 56 and do it justice, despite LT being the greatest defensive player of all time. That's what makes Abdul who he is right now. That's why he was drafted where he was drafted. When he wore the sticks, when he was at Penn State, the belief, the confidence. On not only that, in between them lines, the skill set to be able to pull it off. So the mere fact that he's coming in with that kind of cachet and attitude, I feel like I could wear that 56 in New York and do right.
I don't even want it.
That's how I feel about myself.
I don't even want it. As a matter of fact, I ain't even gonna get a 50 number because they might say I'm close to 56. I might be close to. I don't want it. I'm getting me. I'll go back and get that 11. I go back and get a single digit number, 0.
Yes, sir. This is what I do. This is what Shannon say, man. Look at man. I don't even want that number, man. I don't even want to live up none of that, man. Let me go home number, man. Get out.
He's legendary.
Yeah, man. You can't do that. You can't do it on a legendary number, man. Don't even mess with that. Don't even be talking about all that, man, to put yourself in that situation, man. Just go on to wear 11, do what you did, and get out. You feel what I'm saying? And get out.
Yeah.
You know
if you hear the story about LT late for the plane. LT gets out the car, throws his keys to the valet, say, I'll be back here Sunday. Pick me up. And the guy picks him up on Sunday. LT, he driving to New York. Ocho, he driving. He like, damn.
Yeah.
They got the lights on in Giant Stadium. He's supposed to be playing.
Hey, we on NFL film, man, Bill Belichick told a story one day about starting the meeting. And the head, I don't remember who the head coach was the head guy.
Parcells was the head coach.
Okay, well, Parcells was the head coach. So Bill Belichick, I think Bill must have went to Parcells and said something about, LT, he showed up late to a meeting and he wasn't there. And so Parcells asked him, well, did you start the meeting on time or did you wait for him to get there? He said, no, I just waited for him to get there. Well, that's a good thing because the meeting don't start until LT get there. I mean, what you talking? What do we talk about here? Like that's I'm like, what?
It's like now, Ocho, guys, you got an opportunity to see Tom Brady. If you're old enough, you get an opportunity to see Tom Brady. If you weren't old enough, you didn't see Joe and those come from behind victories, and you didn't see Elway and Marino and play. So I don't think people realize because they see TJ Watt and they see these Aaron. Think about it. This man won the MVP of the league as a defensive player. Of the league.
Different, man.
He was LT, what was LT? Like a 10-time All-Pro. Like 8 or 9 first team. Do you know how hard it is to be that? A first team. I think Brady has 3 first-team All-Pros. Those were the seasons that he won the MVP. Let that sink in for a second. Aaron Donald was, I think, an 8-time first-team All-Pro in 10 seasons. I think LT had that many, but LT had I think he went 6 or 7 in a row. Carl Banks, somebody beat him out, and then he went to another 2 or 3. How many first-team All-Pros did LT have? 8 first-team? How many consecutive? 7? He was 8 first team and how many second team? 1 or 2. But look, Abdul, I think you're gonna be a phenomenal player. Go strike y'all. Go get y'all. Go build your own legacy. Cause you're there. I mean, cause think about it. I don't care what quarter. You think Joe Burrow go to New England and say, hey, let me get that 12?
But Shannon. We shouldn't even be talking about this, and the Giants should be like, "Man, you can't have that number."
Yeah.
Hey, listen, hey, GP,
you can't even have that number.
GP, in that media market, you know how New York media is. You know they don't play. You don't play. Hey, listen, you don that 56 and understand what comes behind that, or even having it on. That
man is beloved.
Listen, and I listen. You know how I am, GP. You know how I am. I don't care what nobody say, especially the media, because I'm gonna act a fool. But I wouldn't even. I'm just saying, if hypothetically speaking, I don't want what comes behind that 56 wearing it every Sunday at 1 o'clock. No,
You,
sir. No, sir.
like I
No,
said,
sir.
they shouldn't even think about giving it to him. Man, go on here, man. This your jersey, man. It's in your locker. You wear it, man. Shut up.
They already got to hang it up, GP.
Hey, just hang his jersey up now in his locker room and say you got 11. It is what it is, man. Don't even come to my office talk about 56. You know, and then I send LT and bring him to the thing and say, boy, you know better than that. I'm the one. You know what I'm saying? Sit down. Let's talk.
LT good. LT like, yeah, I appreciate it, but no.
Yeah.
I mean, like if you've been around LT, I've been around LT. I don't know how much you've been around LT Ocho, but he'll cool dude.
Hey, no, hey, hold on. Hey, that's a good one. Me and LT, we be at Twin Peaks. I'm saying you can see the pictures. I see him all the time. He coming off the golf course.
Okay.
Coming there, smoking cigar with his buddies.
Yeah. That's him. Yeah, that's all he want to do is golf and smoke them cigars.
And I see him in about 2 weeks. And Anthony Anderson's a golf benefit, man. So I see him all the time with the signings and everything. That's my guy. So you know what I'm saying, man. LT ain't worried about that. LT was gonna tell that boy, you ain't gonna never compare to me. Everybody gotta understand. Put your name or your picture next to me. You can't. It ain't gonna never be another LT. I don't care what nobody say.
Right.
You understand me? Just put your picture next to us, and we be good. Yeah. You know, the Giants shouldn't even put him in that situation.
All right.
You know what I do like? Hold on, before you go, I just want to say this about Abdul Carter. You know what I do like though, GP and
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Hey, there's something in players that they don't have that we had back in the day. GP, you talked about it earlier. You know, as far as supporting cast, role players and all that. Young bull got confidence. For the mere fact they even had the gall and the ball to say, I want to
think about this, Ocho.
56. What did that tell you? What did that tell you about him?
Aaron Donald won 3 Defensive Players of the Year. So did J.J. Watt. And ain't nobody said they're better than LT. And we watching them in this era. So now remember when LT played, they didn't throw the football like they throw it now. He didn't have the chances to go to hunt the quarterback like they do now. They Joe Gibbs put a special offense in just to deal with LT. He put the H back in. He said, I want to put somebody over here with the left tackle so they can help on LT.
Help him out. Help him out, yeah.
That's when when they design a special offense to deal with you. If you couldn't block him, you couldn't beat the Giants. Go back and look at the 80s and look at the left tackles that got drafted in the first round. Jim Lachey, and they go get Irv Eatman. They go get Garrett Zimmerman. They get Steve Wallace. Go back and look and see what they did just to deal with this man. An 82-year-old man runs a 16.0200 meters. Let's check out the video, Ocho.
I was just going to say they were holding their position better than some of the high schoolers. Let's go, on the track, 80 and older. We have a battle in the middle of the track. 3 lanes, going it out. And here the crowd at the Penn relays for our 80-year-old sprinters. In lane 4, that is Dominic Solano. I do believe it is. 16:02.
Ocho, you don't want that day of it. You don't want that day of it, Ocho.
Hey, do me a favor now. Do me a favor. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. Even at 57 right now, at 57 right now, I'm still faster than 87% of the NFL. And they in their 20s.
That man does you. That man kicked dust up in your face.
Oh,
man, please,
wait. Shannon, you said that Ocho was slow now? And that man
he not slow. That 82-year-old.
Ocho, if you let that man beat you, I'll diss on you for the beef or whatever. You better never talk.
Nah, listen, I'm not sure who that is. Listen, congratulations being able to run a 16, whatever in the 100 meters. I give him 30 meters.
Oh, you crazy.
Go get him.
I give him 30
Ocho,
meters. Get him.
Ocho,
I'm like
you can't give him 5 meters and come get him.
Oh.
Man, stop.
5.
Stop. No, don't be. Don't be.
I got 5 on him.
He can beat you.
Hey, Shannon, I took that bet. Ocho go get him.
That rolled out on Ocho.
Ocho go get him.
Hey, can you? Hey, he could beat you.
I ain't ran in 16 years. Yeah, he get me. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Hell, that 90-year-old woman to get me. Yeah. Ain't no shame in my y'all not finna get me out there to pull my hamstring at 57, barrel or key leaves or blow something out. Nah, I'm good. I done ran my last race.
Shannon, you and me.
Hey.
These dudes be talking about go run. I said, man, y'all crazy as heck. Do y'all want me to be limping for the next year? I ain't dealing with nothing. I don't go with nobody.
Hey, GP, you don't play no basketball? You don't hoop at all no more?
Absolutely not.
Okay, my bad.
Chad, I'm out there, man. I'm banging them. If it's 2 seconds or 3 seconds, I'm coach now. I show him, tell me I might run like 2-3 seconds and I'm done. I ain't doing none of that. I ain't doing none of that.
Okay. I was gonna see if you want to play one-on-one because I got me a nice little hit list.
Absolutely not.
I got me a nice
you gonna keep watching them Google me. Google me, man. You Google me. You ain't getting nothing from me. Google me. You understand me? Get me when it was that time. You understand me? I tell them all, hey, Shannon, I do like this, man. Look here, man. In my day, it was 30 teams. It was 29 other jerseys that you can go get. If you would have got one of them, I would have gave it to you every day. You understand me? Right now, I ain't giving you nothing.
No. I got that for you. All right, we're gonna get out of here on this. Now it's time for our final segment of the evening. It's time for Q&A.
Hey, that was a good one, boy. That nigga said Google me.
10-1-7 Boogie. Luka, Chalupa, Bazooka. Wolves in 5. Running back said Lakers in 8.
And 8? How many games that's gonna be? That's gonna be next year too.
True Infamous 73. Austin Reeves, mac and cheese, strip tease. Lakers in Cancun.
Hey, but they
Lady Ray, Cocker Spaniel, Randall McDaniel, Jade McDaniels. Wolves in 5. LeBron legs, bionic leg, turkey legs. Wolves in 5. Man, y'all need to go ahead on. Okay.
Told
y'all
you.
laughing now, but we got something for you. King KO 2.0. Full moon, afternoon, Lakers going to Cancun. Wolves in 5. Big dollar 201. Demi Wolf, Werewolf, Timberwolf, don't matter. Lakers in 7. There you go. That's what I'm talking about right there. There you go. Dab Smith messed up not resting his starters, but the Wolves are a better team. Series is over. Lakers can't play no better than that. Dab, I don't think they can play any better than that, but maybe they can play defense better than that. Pat Dub, GP, when you were playing in Miami, did you really scratch Pat Riley plays because you didn't feel like running them?
I didn't run nothing. I wasn't listening to nobody. Yeah, I was the only one on the team, man. Look here. When he let me take over that basketball team and talk to all them players, I went to Shaq and I said, Shaq, look here, man. We got a young cougar down here, man. Let that boy do what he got to do. And look what happened. We won a championship, man. You know, man, we ain't listening to all that, man. We got a championship. Pat knew what it was. He let me do what I got to do. We won a championship, and that was all what happened.
Jason Bourne said, Glove, what were you and Malone barking at each other during the 2000 playoffs? Your cousin from Richmond. Will y'all play Utah? Will y'all play Utah? Y'all play Utah that year, Pate? The GP froze. We'll come back. We'll ask him that. Just say Uncle Ocho and GP. Hey GP, I don't know how much how much about players from the older NBA. Is there any guards from the 80s and 90s that you played like you? Thanks. We'll come back to that one.
He froze. He came back.
GP on that AOL, that dial-up. OUSS 2004. Uncle Ocho moving away from basketball.
What happened? I'm back.
Okay. It's like you and Malone barking at each other during the 2000 playoffs. Your cousin from Richmond.
No, we was just barking with him, man. You know, call my boy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna back down from nobody. He say something crazy, I'm gonna say something back to him, man. We just doing what we do. I told him I was gonna bust his and he said he was gonna get back at me. So I said it is
what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
GP say, I don't know much about the players from older NBA. Is there any guards from the 80s and 90s that played like you? Thanks.
Ain't nobody play like me. I'm only the original one. I was a two-way guard. I was a big guard. It was all good. If we gonna say this year during this era, I'd say Drew Holiday played just like me. You know what I mean? He can score it. He played on the defensive end. He was one of them dudes. But in my era, nobody played like me.
But you know what, GP? I will say this: in the 80s and 90s, all them guards posted your ass up, except John Stockton.
Yeah. But you know what? But Shannon, I was a big guard. You remember? I was.
Oh yeah.
And then they started putting Mitch Richmond on me with his big old strong butt, and I was getting all bad during that time, and I had to start spinning off on me. And then they put Pip on me, and he was too big. So, but it was good, man. I used to like going to every arena because we had a guard that can deal with each other. You know what I'm saying? We had a guard on every team that was really, really good.
OUSS 2004, Uncle Ocho, moving away from basketball. Is there any truth to Shedeur answering FaceTime calls during the draft process interviews? A former GM said this today.
And why they making up this stuff, man? Players don't even have a phone in them meetings, man, when they doing that, man. All this bullshit. No, man. You don't even have your phone when you go in the meeting rooms. No.
Florian said, do you prefer quarterback 7 or 18? GP, could James Harrison make Ocho tap out? I played with 7.
Nah.
So I appreciate what Payton came to do, and I love Payton, but man, I ain't taking nobody over 7. Yeah, James gonna make Ocho tap out.
Ooh, I'm gonna beat James Harrison ass, man. Don't play with me, man. Play with me, man. I'm on whatever he.
Hey, look here.
Man.
I'm going with Chad. You know that's my running back, mate. You know what I'm saying? He'll beat me. I'm dealing with him.
I'm putting my little bit of money left, with a little bit of money on James Harrison.
You see, you want me to pay you back, but then you do stuff like
you won't. I got to put a bounty out on your head.
Shannon, you hate like a mug, boy. You hate no more.
Hey, GP,
that's fine.
I will let James knock his ass out, then I'm going to go in his pockets and get my money.
All right. Boy, you talking about Mark Lawrence.
Listen.
The karate thing, man. Knock him out, let him go in his pockets and take it out. God,
Dr. Frankie L. Bellamy said, you ever notice when someone owe you money, every word they say is, huh? How was your day? Huh? What did you eat for lunch? Huh? Where's my money? Huh? Yep, that's Ocho.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he owed me $5,980 American dollars.
Yeah. Hey, listen, time's hard in this economy, boy. I'm gonna get it to you. I'm gonna get it to you.
Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. Y'all know me. I'm your favorite unk. My partner, my co-host, Liberty City's own, Bingo Ring of Fame honoree, the Pro Bowler. That's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. And joining us tonight for basketball topic, and we threw a little football in there, the Oregon State Beaver. Seattle Supersonic, great. His jersey is retired. Hey, if Seattle come back and they get a team, and if somebody come and say, hey, GP, let me get that number 20, what's up?
Man, they crazy as heck, man. I ain't even you ain't gonna even try to get out on my number, man. That's over. Yeah, no, you ain't getting it. No, go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing that.
Supersonic, great. Miami, he won a chip with the Heat, won a gold medal. One of the 75th greatest players in NBA history, GP Gary Payton. Oh, you went 96 and 2000, right, GP?
Man, I got 2 of them things, Shannon. I got 2 of them medals, man. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 of them things.
2-time gold medal winner, NBA champ, Gary Payton. Thanks for joining us. Please go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. I want to thank each and every one of you guys tonight that tuned in. I want to thank each and every one of our subscribers that whether you watch it, whether you listen to it, whether you share, thank you guys for your support and your continued support. Make sure you check out Shea by Laportier. We have it in stock. If you can't find it in a city or a state near you, order it online. We'll ship it directly to your door. Please drink responsibly. Go follow my media company page on all of its platforms, Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84. The link is pinned in the chat. Supplies are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone. So please grab yours while supplies last. Tickets for our Not Safe for Work tour are on sale. Stops: Baltimore, Philly, Charlotte, LA, Miami, NYC, Chicago. We close things out in Detroit. Tickets can be found at shayshaymedia.com/tour. That's shayshaymedia.com/tour. The link is pinned in the chat. Our guest lineup are looking great. You guys don't want to miss out on this. So if we come to a city near you, come check out your favorite uncle and nephew, Unc and Ocho, and support Nightcap. Thank you guys for watching again. I'm Unc. He's Ocho. He's GP, also known as The Glove. We're off tomorrow night. We will see you on Tuesday. Thank you guys for joining us.
All right, GP.
All right, baby.
GP, I holla.
Ocho, I holla.
Yo.